crunch time. Leaves in the still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that. Like
I fell deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they finding out. I be taking straight losses, lady, what you crying about? I done put blood, sweat, and tears in, that's what I'm dying about. Know it costs to live this life, boy, ain't no signing out. Them boy can't eat on my team, they gotta stay for round. They gon' be talking loud, block out the south. Gotta know who gon' get it done, whether we home or out of town. In the state gon' run them down.
Yeah, back in my bag again. I started rapping to jump out of oh yeah, my daddy's son. Around that time I was on my grind trying to change where my mama lived. But that was for us, this ain't for me, I ain't never had ill intent. I've been on my grind, but man, I don't skate. I'm putting up race, I ain't doing no days, no they couldn't relate. Can't even touch for my heart in the safe. I'm trying to get out the hood to the lake. I want the crib with the leg in the back. QB sneaky, getting attacked. Go through the hole like cat in the hat. This a Hellcat, this ain't no scat. Doing a dash, you know what I mean? Doing my big one, letting them see it. And I'm gonna put on for my whole team.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time.
Yeah.
Now they watching me on prime time.
No question. Look. No question, they wanna see a demise. Eastside just too fast, yeah, I kill him in stride. I love all my haters, they concealing their pride. Went from humble beginners to numerous winners. I took a few losses, you know a hitter still got chicken to fry. Know some people out here picking a side. Know I'm out here picking a lot. Watching the fakes, watching the stakes, slither, striking the time. TDE, it's the family, we them dominant dogs. Top tiering, when them comments involved, we out for it all. Rock solid, he ain't dropping the ball. Prime time, who want it with us? Got clarity, longevity, like bust a bust. Got too far and it's the starving, this and that's a no-no. If I'm hungry, then I'm hunting, always on the go-go.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me survive and fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time.
I went out and got everything on my own. Please don't try to give me no advice. What was your 2 cents? And we was down bad broke and my mama couldn't keep on the line. No cat or no dog, we sleeping with mice. Beans and weenies, we ate it with rice. I swore to my mama that I was gonna change our life. I was grinding every night. By the ring that I'm just trying to get it. Championship, I'm trying to win it. All these racks, I gotta spin it. All my whips be limo 10. You ain't with my squad and mind your business. Everything we start, we finish. Watch how I work the hardest with it. Tongue out like I'm Jordan. Down to chant my name. Dog days went through pain. Them hard days I wouldn't change. It's the reason I'm still in the game. It's the reason I'm stacking this change. It's the reason I'm chasing this rain. It's the reason I'm still in my lane. It's the reason I'm never gonna change my heart in the game.
On the
whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about it, that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. And that's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eye. vibes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stop. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they won't. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my ratings. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor, only one Scarface. I met her at a club, she twerk better when her heart break. Hey, hood, the wanna everything that I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity, whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you polled folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's a front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10. Running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 24 carries, 118 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. Harris running straight ahead to about the 35, 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 11 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Lawrence will throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive. Down the left sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he can't escape, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On the return is Peterson. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious.
And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out and start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A very quick pass to Ridley. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now it's 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Lawrence. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass. It's hard to be surprised and to miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Wisconsin. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. A touchdown pass there for Derek Carr. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. That's caught downfield by Pickens. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars' 1st down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he goes out right around the 39. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he will have a Jaguars' 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now it's Peterson. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Rolling to his right. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Dancing to his left. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. He'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it is 42-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Lawrence's throw caught here by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. But to throw again is Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this is good. He got just a deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. They juked him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. They hand this off to Harris.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Harris down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return will stop right around the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were.
Like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's speeches. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstage. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. His people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 surgeon and Max feel splurging. Living proof what you can have, keep working, okay. People let it talk, they say whatever. Opinions change just like the weather. I got a question for whoever. Who do it better? Who do it better? Who do it better? Who do it better? Who do it better?
Yeah, it's the king of crunk. Sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that. Ain't none of that. They're new to us. Acting like that you pop off. No damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane. Carry you like that do the truck. Trend following. I'm surprised you just not catching up. It's my way or the highway, baby girl. I'm not a settler. Don't play with my kind, no matter my mind. I promise it get pitiful. They love me, they love me, they love me. I promise I do the bare minimum. My people, they say that I'm underrated, but it's crazy. I'm steady.
Tonight, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Well, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in primetime, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. So the football will be at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First carry for Najee Harris. That one goes for 8 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat. And Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
They'll try and run with Harris, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Tannehill now to throw. He gets this one to Burks. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 1 now. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Titans first down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And the Steeler pressure the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Shoving defenders at the 15. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized for the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A really nice catch there by Johnson. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 1, 2, 1, 2.
They run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way you can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Blankenship out for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
A little juke and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tannehill. And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Tannehill.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans have got it back to within a score.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Harris. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, they frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Harris running straight ahead. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and 2. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Tennessee's offense back to work again. We'll see Traylon Burks.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 44-yard punt, return of 9. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. On the give, this is Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Forced out to his left. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. He'll look to throw.
It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. They'll try the right side with Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
Being chased out left. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Steps away to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Tannehill.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Tannehill.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, Tannehill.
It's complete. Burks
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Shoves him aside. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Tannehill. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Tannehill. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And quickly they get to the line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Tannehill. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up.
New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any son moving, make it sing like the choir. Peter got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man. If you gon' tweet it, ain't no need to tell me how you feel. My whole city catching bees, I'm from the rack for real. Broski turn into a demon when he off them ride till I die. I hope that Jesus come and grab the wheel. That singing like Clay Aiken. R.I.P. to all my loved ones that ain't make it. Got a bond with the streets and I just can't break it. Run it up, now my safe done turn into my safe haven. Them racks in, okay. On the block I post up, I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the bay. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper.
don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. Back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of fraction mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. Get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my mind is tied. Good Lord, mama.
Today, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Green Bay Packers. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They're halfway home, looking good, at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field.
They're brought out by a guy who's become something of a journeyman. He's played for 5 teams across the last 6 seasons. The well-traveled Teddy Bridgewater.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 15 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater to throw it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. This complete left side to Aguilar. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 27 yards there, a first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Back to throw again. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
You look at this Steeler defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Back to throw.
He's got his target.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Back to throw now on first down. He gets it left side to Johnson.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right.
And here's Freiermuth again.
And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. They'll look to throw again. He gets it complete to Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
2nd and 11 now. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pat Freiermuth.
34 yards.
And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing. Bridgewater.
Finding space at the 40.
And all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
The give is to Jones. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Caught on the right side, Reed. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
And here's Joseph Charlton now
as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. It's brought in by Harris. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 3. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.